Ex-husband was having a supervised visit with his son. It was the last one, and coincidentally, my engagement ring for my girlfriend went missing. So now family court is investigating, the police are investigating. I haven't heard back from anyone. My question to you as my lawyer is, if they can't get the ring back, right? If nothing happens with these investigations and they blame me for not having cameras or something, can I sue them? Because from what I'm hearing from my girlfriend, the supervisor at the supervised visit stepped out. Yeah, while the visitation right was going on or whatever, they stepped out. Yeah, because I would love to sue. I'm out the ring, I'm out the money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can meet. I can go to your office. All right. Yeah, I'll send you everything through email. Thank you.
So if they don't find the ring and you don't get the ring back or you don't get money or anything, your lawyer has said that you can sue?
Yeah, pretty much. But he also urged me to wait for the investigations to be done, so I have to see what family court says and I have to see what the police turn up.
Alright, well, if this search warrant thing is true about Joey, the way I see it going down is that he's going to be too afraid and he'll just turn the ring over and face the repercussions that way instead of going to jail. But I just feel certain he has it, and once the police really pursue him, he'll give it back.
Yeah, but Miranda, I'm feeling two different things in my gut right now. The first thing is, if your ex-husband did take the ring, it's not in the house anymore. He either pawned it already or he put it somewhere else, right? The second thing I'm feeling, which I can't believe I'm feeling this, but I don't think he did it. Either he's become a really good liar, or this is one of those times where his past, it's just making him look bad right now.
So then, if you don't think he has it and he's lying or whatever, who do you think did it? You think it was my mom? Is that what you're getting at? You think my mom took your engagement ring for me?
Why don't we leave the investigation up to the police and family court? I don't think you need my opinion on this.
Even without you saying it, I know what you're feeling. And I'm just a little offended that you would think that my mom would steal an engagement ring from you like that. That's terrible.
Your mom doesn't trust me. Your mom doesn't even like me. I'm pretty sure she prefers your ex-husband over me. So I think it's only fair that I don't trust her right now with this. I spoke to her, and I don't believe her. I do think she's one of the people that might have taken the ring. And I'm not crossing off the supervisor themselves. But comparing her to Joey this time, I do think that she took the ring just so I can't give it to you.
Alright, well, I'm really offended that in this situation you're choosing my mother over Joey when it comes to an engagement ring being stolen in the house.
You can take offense. Go ahead, but I'm not changing my opinion. Okay, I'm polite to your mom. I'm not rude to her. I make an effort, okay? And she doesn't like me. So I don't like her back. I don't trust her back either. But she'll never know that, and I'll never make things uncomfortable for you.
So you don't even care that I'm offended that you think my mom took the engagement ring? Like, don't you think it's a little rude that you would say that to me and talk about my family that way when your family called me names and I still tried to make an effort and you're just kind of like giving up?
Why? Because I have an opinion? It's not fair to me that she views me as someone that's going to hurt you or anything like that. And I think her motive to take the ring, it's pretty up there. She's really one of the only people who have been in this house the most. And I don't know.
Okay, well, if you're entitled to your opinion, I'm entitled to mine. And I do not think my mom would ever steal anything from anyone, let alone a very expensive engagement ring. If anyone took it, it was my ex-husband. Okay, he's first on my list. Maybe his mom, but I'm 100% sure that somehow Joey saw it, he took it, and he's gonna get caught. Or he's gonna be so scared that he's just gonna give it back.
Yeah, I know you think it's him, and I'm not crossing him off completely, but at the same time, You guessing who it is, me guessing who it is, it's irrelevant. Because I just want the ring back. That's all I care about. You're quiet because, look, when I get the ring back, I'm not... Maybe we should just stop talking about this, alright?
Just as much as you, I don't want the police showing up at this house with a search warrant for a ring that I didn't take at a supervised visit. So I'm asking you as your son, okay? Not being recorded, none of it. Just you and me. No one else in the house. I won't even be mad. I'll figure it out. But did you take the ring? No, I did not take the ring. I was more concerned with my grandson, being that it was the last time I would see him. You think that I was stealing things like it was the last day on set at Everybody Loves Raymond? Alright, well, Ma, I know Miranda's mom. And if she found a quarter on the ground, she would donate it to charity. She ain't stealing that ring. I didn't take the ring. So I need you to just be honest with me so that I can, like... Look, if you took it, I'll go to the police and I'll say that I took it and I'm giving it back. I just want this to be done with. Spare me. No one is that flawless where they don't have their biases and their agendas. She's capable of stealing, but how dare you stand there and accuse me on what? On what basis are you doing this? I was there for my grandson. Final time seeing him. You think I'm snooping around looking for jewelry to sell? I know your history with your former daughter-in-law. I know how much you can't stand her, and the fact that she could be potentially getting engaged after divorcing your son. I understand. You probably saw the ring somewhere, took it real quick. Maybe you didn't even realize it was the ring, but look, I'm not upset. If I saw it, I might have, like, considered it. But, just give it to me, Mom. I said it one time, and that was way too many times. But I'll say it to you again, because you're not comprehending. I did not take the stupid engagement ring. I couldn't care less if Miranda married Brian, a pig, a lampshade. I don't care about her. I am still thinking about my grandson. I even just said that I would take the fall for you, and you're still playing these games. Do you understand that these cops are going to definitely show up on Thanksgiving, because that's when we least expect it? And I just have this feeling that, yeah, they're not going to find nothing. Hopefully that you didn't take it. Hopefully they don't find anything. But I have this scenario where they plant stuff on me, because I know this town. I know how many people can't stand me. I bet one of the cops that comes here, it's gonna be one of Miranda's fans that follow her on one of these platforms, and she's gonna know it's me. She'd be like, oh, it's him. Here's some. Put that in the toaster, and let's arrest him for that. Now I'll give you a pass, because it's clear to me as I sit here that you're just paranoid. They have no right to take you in, arrest you, or anything. If you didn't take it, you shouldn't care. But your paranoia is getting the best of you to where you're accusing your mother. Because, Mom, I have escaped by the skin of my teeth with things. And I finally do the right thing, and I give up custody, and I had my final supervised visit, and now I'm being targeted with something I did not do. And I know this is going to be the time that I go to jail for something I didn't do. I just feel it. So, Mom, when you feel like it's the time to tell me that you took it or whatever, I'm here, okay? I'm not gonna push you. But every day that they don't show up at the door, they're gonna be here. I know it. I really don't understand how we got to the point where my baby's father firmly believes that you stole his engagement ring, my mother. And I don't understand how we got to the point where my mom, you, feel the need to be so unfiltered with him and tell him you don't like him and tell him that you don't want him to marry me. This is why everyone's accusing each other of things. And it's like we're all at each other's throats, but in whispers. Unlike the way I used to argue with Joey's family, you guys are just so cunning with each other. Well, Miranda, I never wanted things to be like this. I never wanted Brian to know how I felt about him, but he has asked, and he asked for your hand in marriage, and I'm not going to lie to him. I'm entitled to my opinion. I will always be polite. I won't be rude, and I will try to get along with him, but I don't care for him. I don't trust him. I can't believe that we're at this point. And there are some things that I can't even believe you have said to him. Whether it's your opinion or you feel like you're doing the right thing or you're protecting me, I still just can't believe that you've said certain things to him. So because you're acting this way, I'm not crossing anything off right now, even though I want to. So I need to ask you, as your daughter, did you steal my baby's father engagement ring from me? Just like I told him. I mean, I commend him for coming to me and having the courage to just straight up ask me if I stole the ring, but I'm telling you too, I didn't take the ring. I wouldn't stoop down to the low of stealing something when I know that he can just eventually buy another ring. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry for him, but I didn't take it. I don't know what to believe. But I need to understand, like, I get sometimes why you distrust him, but your level of disdain for him and how much you can't stand him and how unfiltered you are with him, I don't know where that comes from. And why do you think he's such a horrible person? Like, you really treat him like he's done some horrible things to me. He's treated me great. Miranda, I come from the camp that people don't really change all that much. And his prior history with his ex-girlfriends and what I've seen with his family and how he behaves and gets arrested for fighting, even with him fighting your ex-husband and beating him up. This isn't a man that I want around my daughter or my grandchildren, but I have to accept the fact that you have a baby with him. I can't do anything about that. You live with him. But when it comes to me wanting you to marry him after your divorce, that's not changing, and I don't think anything can change. Maybe some time, maybe a couple years, where I see him treating everyone right, but I don't know. Well, I'd hate to burst your bubble, Mom, and I just want to tell you this personally so you're not thrown off, but when he told me he got me an engagement ring, I was happy, and I do want to marry him if that day ever came around. You do? Then why didn't you tell him that? Because I kind of feel like you had a discussion and couldn't tell him that you would want to marry him. And as your mother, I think there might be a reason for that. My reaction towards everything and that stuff is for me. That's between me and him. But I'm telling you what I really feel. Alright, well, if he ever gets the ring back or he gets a new ring and he does propose, despite what I said to him, before all that, I think that you should do something. There was a comment that I read from one of your fans that you should definitely do background checks on your significant others moving forward. I guess they don't have faith that you're going to stay with Brian. Can't blame them, but I don't think you necessarily have to wait to do a background check on your next man. I think you should do one on Brian. Don't you think that's a violation of trust? We have a child together, I live with him, we share a bed together, and here I am going behind his back and doing a background check? No. I'm not even going to give that any attention. That's one of the worst things you've ever said to me. I don't think it's a violation of trust when he kept things from you, when he didn't tell you about certain things in his past. So I think it warrants you doing some digging. And I think you should just do a quick one, or there's so many different places you can do that with, even online. Now, I'm not even entertaining that thought. We are together. I trust him. We have our arguments. Sometimes we're toxic. Sometimes we have so much baggage that it feels like we don't belong together. And everyone's going to have their opinion on my relationship, but you need to get over the... I'm not doing a background check, Mom. So don't bring that up again. Alright, suit yourself. But I did not take the ring. So please get that out of your head. You gave me an earful about not trusting your baby's father and being unfiltered with him and rude. Well, now I think you owe me an apology. What are you talking about? Why are you coming at me like this? Why are you so revved up? What happened? I did a background check on him and I have everything on my phone for you to see. How dare you after I just... Not speak. Do not speak until you see what I found. I cross-referenced everything I did digging, and I even ordered a second background check to see if anything wasn't matching. But it's him, and I have information that you need to see now. This better be something. This better just not... Manslaughter? Manslaughter. You gave me so much grief for saying a few words to him, for telling him to not marry you. I want an apology because you're living in a house with a man who has manslaughter on his record. You had a child. You had a child with this man. After everything that you've been through with Joey, you didn't think to do a background check? Okay, we're looking at information. We're looking at a record. But it's one thing to look at a record with this, and it's another thing to hear his side of the story. What could he say? What could he say to diminish what you're seeing right now? Even if there's some grand story about why that charge is there, even if he has a wonderful reason, why didn't he tell you? I'm going to be moving back into the basement because I don't trust you living with this man. I don't want you to talk. I don't want you to dispute it. I don't care if you're mad at me because of me siding with your sister. I don't care. I am not letting anything happen to you with this man in this house, while you have another man who's pissed at you about divorcing him and forcing him to give his child away. I think you need to have a conversation with your wonderful baby's father, who you're arguing about baptisms, and you should have been arguing about why there's a manslaughter charge on his record that he didn't tell you about.